Hey Taurus, welcome to your second reading for December. How are you? I am bringing you a general reading for the collective of Taurus, Sun and Rising. This one's going to be a little different since I'm focusing all the energy on the great conjunction coming up on December 21st. That is the beautiful alignment of Jupiter and Saturn. They haven't been this close in over 800 years. It will be a spectacular sight. So I recommend you Google for your local listings of where you can see it in the sky on the 21st, which also happens to be solstice. This is a very powerful cosmic event. I hope you are preparing for it, and that this reading will help you usher your twin flame connection into the new age of Aquarius. That's what this reading is all about. So still not date or time specific in terms of whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it's your message, but it is a little bit more focused on the new age for your connection, whether you're in union or separation, doesn't matter. And this one will focus a little bit more on the connection itself in terms of moving forward, what you're bringing with you. Okay, so we're not looking at the past as much in this one. Yay. I'm pulling 3 cards for you, Taurus, from Sacred Traveler. I forgot for a moment. So the first card that I pulled, wow, is where you are on your journey with your twin flame. Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. This is beautiful. Rainbow blessings. Where have you come from in this connection? Wandering path. Enjoy the journey. So the wandering path is a little bit about, you know, it's not a direct line. And as you well know, the journey can have some sharp twists and turns. So, but it's been more about enjoying the process of the unfolding in your connection. Even if there's been difficulty, it's about your spiritual journey as well. And that's partly what makes us aware of a twin flame, or vice versa. It's a very big spiritual awakening, and I feel as if you're moving into this phase of blessings right now. Now where you're headed is a narrow pathway, so it says tread thoughtfully, meaning moving forward, it's not going to be as loosey-goosey. Okay, it's going to be a little bit more defined. You'll have to really navigate things, tread very thoughtfully and carefully as you move forward in your connection. I'm going to put the past and the future up here, and your rainbow blessings right here. That's just beautiful, showering your life right now. Yeah, your last reading was pretty interesting. I felt, especially for the energy I stated was the divine masculine was just stepping into a whole new world. It felt very promising, and yet not without its bumps. Especially, there were some signs of some, oh my gosh, Laura, come on. Can I talk and chew gum at the same time? I don't know. So I'm struggling with my deck today. Okay, but it was, yeah, I was seeing some signs of things that needed to be resolved, and the moving into the new world for the divine masculine at least was baby steps, right? So wanting to take those first steps, but everything being brand new. That's what came through last time. So Taurus, whether you're here as a Taurus or the cross watcher, I'm going to walk you through the spread. This is the same spread I used for the new moon in Sagittarius with the solar eclipse last week. So I will explain it all to you. Perfect. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Might be dealing with an air sign for some of you, or Scorpio, or yeah, Aquarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right, what do I got on the bottom there? I got 3 of Pentacles. So moving into the new age, part of your mission involves healing. Right? Your mission is around healing, reflection, reevaluating, reassessing where you come from, where you are, where you're headed, and then realigning, realigning to your true path. So that's a beautiful energy, the Four of Swords, for your mission going into the new age. Lots of healing. And to me, what that kind of reflects is, you know, not just healing in your connection, but healing from any childhood trauma or wounds, anything that's been very difficult or a repeating pattern that you finally come through and closed out. And sometimes we need to take time to heal. So this is a beautiful energy for your mission. Is not just healing between you, but healing within yourself to become more whole. All right, Taurus, this is a check-in, your soul's path check-in, transformation. This is where you're at. This is a big shift for you, Taurus. The Death card represents you know, old patterns needing to die off before something new can take its place. Sometimes it is a dark night of the soul experience. So for some of you, you may be going through that right now. Your divine counterpart, however, check in Queen of Swords, truth seeker, truth teller. I like this energy for the divine counterpart, regardless of sun sign, so that doesn't matter. Because it suggests that there's a meeting of the minds here. There's, you know, a desire for good, honest, open communication and getting to the bottom of any little problems, like getting to the core, the heart of the matter. All the queens, it doesn't matter if you're dealing with a male or a female, all the queens just have extra cups, so they come into the energy from the heart chakra. Unlike the kings, all have extra swords. That's why that King of Swords is not always very warm and fuzzy. The Queen has the Cups energy, has the compassion. So beautiful energy there. Now we move into, Taurus, your karmic challenge going forward. The world, endings and new beginnings. So sometimes what this might mean, Taurus, is endings and new beginnings, meaning you've got to close things out, right? Here we are in the midst of this transformation. There's something you need to let go of here to move forward with your soul's purpose. And part of your karmic challenge is to allow that cycle, right? Allow it to close out. Allow the closure to come in so that the new beginning, it's almost very similar energy here. And this is the card that came out for the Divine Masculine twice. It was the way they showed up in the reading, and then the clarifier was the World. So this is very powerful in your dynamic, Taurus. Endings and new beginnings. There's freedom here if you can just release whatever has been holding you back. That's what needs to die off. Your divine counterpart, their karmic challenge has to do with justice. Very interesting that we get the Queen of Swords and justice here. A lot of energy around truth. But justice is also fairness and balance. For some of you, you may be dealing with a counterpart who is going through a legal procedure or process. Divorce could be on the menu, or they may be dealing with some other legal situation that is presenting a karmic challenge. Doesn't have to be. In the absence of it, part of the karmic challenge is establishment of balance and fairness in their life, as well as in your connection. So that's a nice energy. Then we go to the top. This is where you're at right now. This is what you're dealing with. Five of Swords. So this can be a lot of things. It can be just somebody trying to sabotage your connection. It's usually an unfair fight, you know? Someone who just moves the pieces around on the chessboard so that they always come out the winner. It's almost like, you know, then you kind of just throw in the towel and say, okay, yeah, you're right, you're right. And it doesn't feel fair to either party. So it is a difficult energy that you're wrestling with here. It could be outside interference, like a saboteur, someone sabotaging you. It can be just sniping, backbiting, gaslighting kind of energy. It can also be gossip. So I'll let you know that. But here's the divine guidance for you. Nine of Wands. This is all about perseverance, pushing forward even when things get tough. You know, it's the do not quit card. So I like that your guidance, the guidance coming in for you, it was cold when I started, but now it's getting hot in here. I like that the guidance for you is about persevering, and pushing through even when things become difficult, because this feels difficult to me, but I'm not sure that it's between the two of you. For all cases, I think there may be an outside source interfering. So let's look at the Four of Swords. Oh, lots of energy being expressed. So maybe you're healing from anxiety, right? The Nine of Swords is like when your brain is in overdrive and it doesn't let you rest, and you can't stop processing on a mental level one issue over and over and over. And that may be what you're healing here, is some anxiety, some issue that has kind of preoccupied your mind, had all your attention. Wow, seven of Wands. That's bizarre. Oh, okay. So some resistance here. 10 of Pentacles underneath. Huh. And I will take the 10 of Swords as well, because what I feel is happening here is there may be an ending of a family situation. I'm bringing this up because of the Justice card, the karmic challenge of justice. So there could be a breakup here in a marriage for one or both of you. Most likely your divine counterpart, since this is your side, Taurus. But it feels as if, or something's coming to an end that's disrupting the stability, and there's resistance around it, anxiety and resistance around it. And as you move into the new age, that is what will be healed, is all this anxiety, all the resistance, the defensiveness around this ending. And I do feel it's something that is, because these two cards are underneath, it leads me to believe that it's kind of, it's not something that has your conscious awareness, but it's almost like it's on the horizon. You feel it in your bones. It's been very unsettling. You haven't kind of been able to focus, or you've been kind of preoccupied. But this is what it's all about. Is there something coming to an end that may be a little destabilizing? There's someone who's resisting the ending. So you'll put it in the comments. You'll know what it is. But regardless, there's a lot of resistance here to the healing. A lot of resistance of letting go of whatever this 10 of Swords is. This 10 of Swords, it's pain of the past. This Taurus, you are transforming. That's what's dying off, something you have to release. And then your karmic challenges. Do you accept a brand new beginning? Pretty interesting. So let's look at the Death card. I love that the mission for your connection is around healing, going forward into the new age. It's what you'll help others with as well, right? First you lead, then they follow. Look who shows up. King of Swords. What was I saying? Yeah. Queen of Swords is softer, has more compassion. The King of Swords, not so much. So I sort of feel like that. It could be the same person, and just that energy where they're cold and aloof. The King of Swords can sometimes be a little off, standoffish and aloof and cool, and not as emotionally engaged as they're showing up over here. So this is their path, their purpose is to come more from their heart. What's dying off, the King of Swords energy. Wow, look at all the swords. You've got to be dealing with an air sign here, or somebody who has a lot of air in their chart. Knight of Swords. Yes, clearing up, resolving a matter, something that's been a big misunderstanding with someone who's been very aloof. That's got to die off. So whatever that is about, it's about clearing the air with this person. And I don't feel you're the King of Swords. I feel the King of Swords is this same person. And then underneath, moving to calmer waters. Just perfect. That's what you really want. That's what you're aiming for, is this peace of mind. The moving to calmer waters, peace of mind after something that needs to be transformed and cleared up, resolved. Knight of Swords, swift resolution, some truth, honor, character, integrity coming in. But the Death card is really a transformation for you, dear Taurus, and I feel underneath you know that this clearing of the air will lead to calmer waters. And that's what's on the menu. I love that. That came out for Aries right here as well. So that feels to me like something that's pretty prominent for the new age is about healing and peace of mind. You know, just getting beyond all the chaos and all the choppy turbulence of this past year. All right, divine counterpart, Queen of Swords. Yes, look at that. Just tapping into their heart chakra brings about all this happiness. Truth seeking, truth telling it's liberating. It's free, it's freeing. Oh my gosh, yes, Seven of Swords. So I feel like you're cutting to the chase of something here, this divine counterpart, about something that was perceived as either deceptive or low vibe. It was very hurtful underneath. They're aware of that. It's bubbling up under the surface, maybe not in their conscious awareness, but they're ready to shift into having a truthful, honest, all cards face up on the table kind of conversation about whatever that Seven of Swords is. I feel they're feeling liberated. The Sun, look at this little guy. They're going to feel liberated to have this conversation. It will bring in that energy of relief to sort of put this behind you. So for some of you, because I see the Justice card and the Ten of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles, for some of you, there may have been some infidelity. Whether you were a party to it or not, Taurus, doesn't even matter. And I feel like that's what's being cleared up. Yeah. In the absence of that, there just may have been moments where you're not on the same page, where it feels very one-sided. And I feel that that could be perceived as something that wasn't on the level. What I like is that your divine counterpart is sort of acknowledging it. That was on the top of the deck. So the Seven of Swords meaning. So what they're trying to wrestle with underneath in their psyche is how hurtful it was. Yeah. And they're coming to terms with that. Wow. And there's the clearing of the air and moving to calmer water. So that makes perfect sense to me. It's very specific. I get it. Karmic challenge of the world. Aquarius and Capricorn in those cards. Sun is Leo, by the way. Wow. So, Hanged Man. Yeah. I feel like this is a self-imposed delay of the closure. That's your karmic challenge, Taurus. You're not ready to close out this chapter, or you're very much holding back, pulling back, trying to look at everything from like 30,000 foot view, from a fresh perspective with new eyes, maybe even from your divine counterpart's point of view. But this Hanged Man is all about a delay. It's kind of a state of limbo, but you're doing it to yourself. Nobody's putting you there. You're doing it to you. But I feel as if it may be that you're waiting for some illumination, from some enlightenment, from your spiritual team, waiting for the downloads. This Hanged Man is a very spiritual card. That golden orb around his head is the enlightenment, the connection to the divine. So I feel like on some level you'll know when the time is right, but that's part of your karmic challenge with regard to a King of Pentacles, someone in the energy of masculine archetype of life partner. Commitment. Solid, stable, grounded. Someone who's there for you, shows up for you. Life partner, right? So there may be an ending coming for some of you, that you're sort of in a hanged man state of limbo with regards to someone who may be married. See where I'm going? The whole thing's coming out, right? So if this isn't speaking to you, go check your rising sign reading. This feels very oddly specific. Yes, it does. Wow, with a King of Cups. Oh my gosh. And yep, there it is. So some sabotage is occurring. That's what that you're dealing with right now. And you're in a state of limbo, ending something with a life partner, and then the King of Cups comes in, the keeper of your heart. And underneath that Five of Swords, so there's something you're not paying attention to. This needs to be front and center. Whatever that Five of Swords is, it could be if one of you is in another connection, and that connection, and it's right, you're ending it, it's being ended. For some of you, it'll be formalized through the courts. If not, whatever it is, it's all about truth, honor, integrity, character. And then we've got the Five of Swords twice. Someone's going to interfere. Oof. So let's look at the Five of Swords. And the interference feels like a setup to me. Yes. Sabotaging the Knight of Cups. Someone moving toward love, heart on their sleeve, wide open, all their emotions forward. It's a very romantic card, the Knight of Cups. So to have it land on the Five of Swords tells me that there may be some interference, some sabotage with, yeah, sure. Look at all the regret. Five of Cups. Wow, wow, wow. So it's very possible that the Knight of Cups is going to have, so this is where you are right now in your connection, present energy. There's something that feels like very ill intent. There's somebody with very harsh feelings, thoughts, intentions, Five of Swords. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Someone's trying to move toward love. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Then we have the Five of Cups, which there's regrets. Regrets of the past, loss of the past, something that is causing hurt feelings over here. Could be around that Seven of Swords. So whatever happened, so let's just give you an example. What could this look like? This could look like someone, I'll just random. Could be you, could be your divine counterpart. Someone steps out on a marriage. There's a lot of hurt feelings about it. Your connection is strong. You're going to move together into the new age with healing, but I feel that something's coming apart here. There's a very painful ending and a loss of stability, maybe formalized in a legal sense. I feel there's a reluctance to kind of close out a chapter, but because someone has been harmed, they perceive themselves as having been harmed, they're going to try to come between the two of you. Right? Saboteur. So whoever is the person who either stepped out on a connection, that's what I'm seeing here. You or your divine counterpart. And that Five of Swords, for you, dear Taurus, it's underneath. So it's like your unconscious or subconscious awareness that somebody is up to no good. And that they're going to interfere and stop this romantic connection from moving forward. There will be a lot of regret. But here's the advice. Divine guidance says, don't give up. Keep pushing through. This too shall pass. Two of Pentacles. Think quick on your feet, and yes, beautiful. Oh, there you are, dear feminine. So Empress is Taurus and Libra. That's one of your cards, Taurus. So if you are here as a divine feminine, this is underneath. Things might be tricky for a little while, but the divine guidance is don't give up, because you will soon be able to offload all this negative karma, all of it. And I kind of feel that the divine feminine energy coming through underneath is just a reminder from your psyche that there's, maintain the unconditional love. I feel the divine feminine is kind of the guide in this situation. So it could be the Taurus side is the divine feminine in this particular reading, but doesn't have to be. I missed the Justice card, didn't I? How'd I do that? Karmic challenge, bringing balance and fairness to the connection. There you are. There's you and your twin flame. So yes, the challenge is they have to go through whatever process they have to go through. It is about truth. It is about, yeah, it's going to take some time. 7 of Pentacles, allowing it to unfold organically. It's a little bit of, so if in the case that I stated earlier where there is some formalized process, sometimes that's out of one's hands, especially if you're in court, right? Dates are set, hearings are set, you don't have any control over that. So this, your divine counterpart may just need to let it all unfold organically. They may have to have the patience to allow the balance and fairness to be restored to their connection with you. And there they are, stepping into the new world. What was I saying? This is from your last reading. Wow, look how mirrored you are. And there's the Justice card underneath again. So I do feel, I know it sounds weird, but I do feel like I'm picking up on a divorce situation, one side or the other. Feels more like it's around your divine counterpart. So obviously you can flip it around if you need to, but it's just a matter of time. That's their karmic challenge. It'll be like stepping into a brand new world. The fairness and the balance will be restored. In the meantime, don't give up. You may have to sort through some options, and then finally you'll be able to offload all the negative karma. It will come as a grand relief. What a beautiful reading, Taurus. I'm going to take it to the extended. The extended will be just like my normal extendeds for those of you who have opted in for the extendeds before, but for those who haven't, what I do is a 3-card spread of a situation that needs your attention right now. Whether you're in communication or not, it's okay. You can still work on it energetically. Then the second card is the block, the challenge, or the dynamic between the two of you around that issue or situation. Third card out is what can you do about it, or what can you expect to come of it. I clarify all that. Then I will pull cards for your energetic messages to each other. What do you want each other to know? What are you trying to say? And then, of course, a card just for you, Taurus, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. We'll see what kind of advice comes in from your spiritual team. And then we'll look at the outcome. What can you expect going forward? So the link to the extended is below in the first or second sentence of the description box below this video. I'll see you there in a second, or I'll see you in the new year. Take care. Have a wonderful holiday. Please stay safe, stay warm, and protected. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. Bye, Taurus.